Storm weather with Chief Meteorologist Alden LaCroix.
Welcome back. A cooler afternoon across much of the region again. Today and tomorrow are going to be the coolest days of the week before we start to see the real heat return into this weekend. 84 in Eugene right now, 82 across areas of Corvallis, even Roseburg. That's the most impressive number right there. You folks were sitting at about 97 yesterday, sitting at 85 degrees this evening. And eventually we are expecting the heat to return, likely the century mark for some communities heading into this weekend. But taking a look at satellite, you can see that cold front that kind of made its way in toward the Oregon coast earlier today, brought that strong marine layer. If you woke up early, it was a cloudy start from the coast all the way up to the Cascades. But that quickly burned off, in fact, a little bit sooner than expected. And that's what's led to the mainly sunny skies this afternoon. And if you remember the thunderstorms that we had yesterday, mainly focused around Klamath County, well, they're still hanging out there. You can see across portions of eastern Oregon. It's mainly out toward areas of Malheur counties, out toward eastern Oregon. Burns, you can see right there. So we're not really dealing with any of our thunderstorm chances here locally like yesterday when it was immediately over the pass into Deschutes County. But here's the high pressure system that's slowly trying to tick back toward the north and east, and as it does so, it's pulling that moisture away. So that's why we're not seeing it across southern Oregon like a couple of days ago. We're seeing it out toward the east. But here's the cold front. It's trying to make its way in, and that cold front is also pushing the high pressure system out of here. But there's a battle going on, and eventually high pressure is going to win out, which means hot, dry, and even breezy conditions heading into this weekend. So fire danger will likely increase over the next several days. All right, here's through this evening, still sitting at about 80 degrees by 7 o'clock. Here's the marine layer toward the coast. Watch as it moves inland once again all the way toward the Cascades. In fact, you can see all the way down toward the Umpqua Divide, headed down toward Canyonville late tonight, early tomorrow morning. And as a result, temperature's not going to cool off terribly much. Only about 60 degrees or so by lunchtime, already back up to 70. And by tomorrow afternoon, we should see temperatures resume back into the mid 80s, and eventually the heat just starts climbing and climbing. So we do have some cloud cover tomorrow, not going to last terribly long, mainly directed toward the morning. So UV index is going to be very high over the next several afternoons. Make sure you have the sunblock. And I was talking about the fire danger. Notice toward the weekend, not a good time to do that yard work. The best day to do so is probably tomorrow. And if you do have to do that yard work, do it early in the morning as temperatures remain cool. But still, these overnight lows are not very cool. In fact, high pressure is going to continue to build into next week. As it builds offshore, by the way, this leads to some of the most warmer temperatures we've seen in the Northwest. And that's exactly what is setting up for this weekend, where we could see 100-degree temperatures for some. All right, for the coast, pretty consistent, but we are expecting some pretty gusty winds heading into Monday. You can see high temperatures around 64 degrees. Across the Roseburg area, 88 tomorrow, 92 on Friday. There's your hottest day of the week, 101 on Sunday, and 2 more days of triple digits on Monday and Tuesday. Across the Cascades, 72 heading into Thursday, mid 80s. Even up at the pass, going to be a warm weekend and into next week. And across the Willamette Valley, 84 degrees on Thursday, 92 into Saturday. And next week, we are sitting between 94, 95 degrees. But I do have some good news. It will eventually cool off toward Thursday.